Hey guys, welcome back to the 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗍 podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, I'm gonna be bringing you guys some fantastic news as Lamine Yamal, he has officially extended his contract with Barcelona until 2031. We're going to be talking about that renewal. And then as well, towards the end of the video, we're going to be talking about that goalkeeper situation in a little bit more detail as more news has emerged. And so we're going to be talking about that. But as always, guys, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys to stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. And as well, the link to become a member is also posted down below. I added some new emojis for those who want to become some members. So make sure to check that out. But as always, guys, let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video and let's talk about that Lamine Yamal contract extension because this is massive news for Barcelona. Absolutely massive. Barcelona, they have just tied down Lamine Yamal to a new contract, a 6-year contract all the way up until June 2031. Jorge Mendes, Lamine Yamal, Deco, and Barcelona, everyone involved to make this a smooth and easy process. No hurdles whatsoever. There was, some rumors on the media saying, "Oh, is Lamine Yamal asking to be the highest paid player in the squad, etc., etc." But that was just noise from the media. As always, no problems whatsoever. It's been a straightforward process in order to renew Lamine Yamal, and Barcelona, they have an absolute gem on our hands. The world's best player at Barcelona for many, many more years. And it's crazy to think that by the end of 2031, Lamine Yamal will only be 23 years of age. 23, and he has a 6-year contract. That's just how scary of a talent Lamine Yamal is. And looking at Barcelona's official statement, you can see right here. FC Barcelona, in their official statement, they say Lamine Yamal extends contract with FC Barcelona to 2031. FC Barcelona and Lamine Yamal have reached an agreement for the renewal of his contract, which will now tie him to the club until the 30th of June 2031. The player signed his new contract on Tuesday at the club's offices in the presence of FC Barcelona president Joan Laporta, first vice president Rafa Yuste, and the club's sporting director Anderson Luis de Sosa, Deco, amongst others. A contract extension for Lamine Yamal is another demonstration of the solidity of the current Barca project. The Barca forward made his debut for the first team on the 29th of April 2023 at the age of just 15. And since then, the lad from Mataró near Barcelona has exploded onto the stage that is world football with performances that are already part of FC Barcelona history. Debuting at 15. Insane from Lamine Yamal. Continuing on, the statement says, the forward came to La Masia at the age of just 7 and is still just 17 years of age. A key component of the squad that lifted the domestic treble this season, Spanish Super Cup, Copa del Rey, and La Liga. The teenager is already considered one of the best players in the world. Lamine has already made 106 performances for the first team and has racked up an impressive array of records in process of becoming the youngest ever goal scorer in La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Super Cup, as well as being the youngest player ever to make 100 appearances for the Blaugranas. And the last statement, they say, in his so far short career with the first team, Lamine has scored 25 goals and provided 34 assists. His partnership down the right with Jules Koundé is already a source of great success for Barca, and his ability to find the final pass or shoot from distance makes him such a threat coming forward. A deciding factor for Barcelona at 23. And I absolutely cannot wait to see what Lamine Yamal has in store for us in the future. And this is just a look of some of those iconic moments already for Lamine Yamal. You can see right there those El Clasico goals. Right here, the Copa del Rey victory over Real Madrid, in which we beat them 3-2. You have that celebration moment. You have his debut in the middle. You have the celebrations in the bus parade. Absolutely fantastic to see, man. And I'm super, super excited what the future brings for Lamine Yamal. And in regards to what his contract can entail, reports that are seeing right now that his contract is shaped in a way that is, he's going to be receiving anywhere from 7 to 8 million euros, but there's going to be a lot of bonuses and achievement, goals for him to hit in order for him to become, sort of the highest paid player in the squad. And there's also reportedly a clause for if he wins the Ballon d'Or. So if he does win the Ballon d'Or, I'm pretty sure he would receive a nice little bonus. And I think that's the way that Barcelona, they should be approaching this deal, and rightfully so. A player that's 17 years of age, very young. You want him to develop and basically mature in the world of football, and maybe giving him too much too soon and just a fixed salary, that could have been a little bit dangerous for Barcelona. It would carry some financial risk to it. And so adding incentives, adding bonus and performance incentives, that's absolutely fantastic. And I praise Barca for going down that route. But then again, guys, I'm super excited to see what Lamine Yamal can do at Barcelona. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys make of his renewal? But moving on now, guys, we have to talk to another player who it seems to be staying at Barcelona. Apparently, all the media, all the news coming out in regards to Szczęsny, they're reporting that Szczęsny, he has responded to Barcelona's renewal offer, and he is set to stay at the club. He will be the second choice goalkeeper for the upcoming season. He's spoken to his family, he's spoken to his wife, and he has come to the conclusion that he wants to stay at Barcelona for another year. And at first I was thinking, hey, you know what? Let's keep Szczęsny. Let's keep him. I think this is a fantastic move for Szczęsny after the season that he's had. But now that I'm thinking about it and how I can relate to the Joan Garcia, it's not me necessarily be angry at Szczęsny for his performances. It's just, how does this affect the Joan Garcia saga? Because I desperately want to see a new goalkeeper come in, some fresh blood. You saw the impact that Szczęsny can give, that Szczęsny gave us, in those opening couple of months when he came off of retirement. But we have to think, this is Szczęsny at 36, 37 years of age, a goalkeeper who was just in retirement. This is a goalkeeper far past his prime. And Barcelona, they have to be looking for something fresh, something new. They have to be planning for the future. And this is where Joan Garcia comes in, because he recently had an interview with eSport 3, and he spoke about his future. And he said, in football, news is constantly circulating and many things are said, but not all of what is said becomes the truth. But I can tell you, I am very calm. Barca, whatever I have to decide, I will decide with the people close to me, and we will choose what is best for me. And I am confident that will happen. He talks about the possibility of playing against Espanyol. He said it would be nice to play against Espanyol. These things can happen, but I try to look for the positive side of things. And if it happens, I'll accept it with enthusiasm. And so right there, Joan Garcia blasts the door open for potential exit from Espanyol. He is going to be leaving. You don't say, hey, I would love to play against my current club. No, you don't say that. And in regards to his future, if you weren't going to be leaving, you'd say, hey, I'm perfectly happy at Espanyol. I want to stay here. I do not want to leave. And so the door is open. Now, where does he go? That's up to him, because what I'm getting from all the reports and all the news is that he wants to become a starter. He wants to have regular minutes. He does not want to be relegated to the bench. And if Barcelona, they've just renewed Szczęsny, and you plan on keeping Ter Stegen, what, are you going to have 3 keepers? What happens if Iñaki Peña doesn't leave? Which is very, very unlikely, but you had 4 keepers for only 1 position. That does not make any sense. Something is going to have to change. And looking at how there's a massive, massive movement against Ter Stegen, there's been a whole movement in regards to this Ter Stegen out, which honestly, it's crazy to think that this Barcelona fan base have taken this long to realize Ter Stegen and to actively criticize him. Now, I'm torn about it, because on the one hand, I never want to see a campaign against a player. I think, you obviously want to be respectful to your captain, to a player who has been here at Barcelona for so many years. But at the same time, why is it that these fan base, that the fans have to take it to these extreme lengths in order for the club, for the board of directors and Deco to realize we need to move on? He has been a liability for Barcelona for many, many years. We need something fresh in that goalkeeper position. If we are to compete for the UCL, if we want to continue on winning, we need something new. We need more in that position. And so, in this whole Ter Stegen out movement, You never want to see it, but at the same time, you understand that. You understand the frustration between Barcelona fans and looking at how Barcelona, they're sort of indecisive because they're looking to resign, to renew Szczęsny, keep Ter Stegen, but at the same time looking elsewhere for a potential signing. It's a little bit confusing, but I will be making sure to keep you guys updated. I will let you know what Joan Garcia does decide. Does he decide to join Barcelona? Will Barcelona sell Ter Stegen? What is going to happen? A lot of news is going to be discussed this summer. I will be making sure to keep you guys all updated. But as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.